これあれか。これどうやって開くの？ああ操作方法がいまいちわからないやつ。
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
なんかクロスヘアって何？
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
これ家なんだこれではないんだけど。
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
中国語かと思った。
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
こっちも行けるじゃん。こっち行った方がいいよね。
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
お、なんかいる。食っちまおう。取れないんだ。
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
この家潰れそうだな、今にも。なんだあれは。これ感度めっちゃ遅い。これ感度変えられないのかな。なるほどね。入り口から行くべきか。
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
腹出てる。これ女じゃないの？男なの？妊娠してる？これもしかして。妊娠してそうな予感。
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
ん？
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
じゃないんだ。やば。
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
どうすりゃいいんだ?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
死んでんのか?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
あ、これも家の中になってる。すごっ。へえ。
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
操作難しくね。
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
お誰かいる。
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
葉っぱをかじる音ってことはここだよね。
Rabbits.
きつむずっ。こっちか。
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
どこどこどこどこどこどこどこどこどこどこいた。
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't
ちょっとグロ
stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
嘘やん。引っかかったけど引っかかったけど。
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
難しくね。いた。翼難しくない？捕まえられる気しないんだけど。あ、いた。
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
うわあ、ちょっと微妙に怖い。
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
怖え。
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
もう2010年まで生きてる人はいる。2016もいるし、割と長生きだね。長生きだねって、そんな長生きじゃないか。
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also... One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
うまい。ピンクの。
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
何を言ってるか分からなかった。
It was a pretty big trace.
いやー、こんなふっかふかのトイレは嫌だな。掃除が閉めたい。ちょっとその前らへんみたい。
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
面白すぎやろこんなん。
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
これさ、多分この人妊娠してると思うんだよね。この動き回っていいのか。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
芋虫。よくこんなんが思いつくな。
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Rick?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
やっていきたいと思います。あら、ドキドキ。
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
怖くね、このバーバラ。怖すぎなんだけど、こんなとこ地下にこんなのあったらもう死ぬ。ダンベル。
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, we're dead, Walter.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
なんだこれ。真っ暗で何も見えんやん。
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
프라모델을?
I know it's out there, somewhere.
これね、
Whatever
走れ
killed
ない。
Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
びっくりした。
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
お、なんか
Whatever's
先
out
出れ
there,
た。
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
電車にひかれて死んだってことでしょ、要は。
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
使われてないんだ。
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
音としんなんか歩いてる感じが合ってない。
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
こんな高いとこでし、じゃあぐるぐるになって飛んでったんだもんね。そっからってことか。
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. Three of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Nani? Next, は何をしたらええんや。
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
何これ
Not quite.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
ズームずっとぼやけたままなんだけど、どういうこと？間違えちゃった。
I'm over here, Dad.
これ
Just need to get a
ね
shot
カ
of
チ
you,
カチ
Dawn,
する
then we can hit the road.
なんだこれ、なんちゅう難しいゲームだ。なんかさ、これさ、あ、そういうことか。
Perfect.
うん、これさ、操作の説明一切ないんだよ、これ。何の写真撮るの？
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
こ
こ
Just
れ
be
なんか
careful.
ホラーゲームっ
The
ぽい
camera's
んだ
older
けど
than
さ、
you
よく
are.
わかんないんだよね。
Hey!
That's
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember
いい
this
な、
stuff
写真欲し
if you
い。
want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don,
誰の
I'm
写真
being
撮るんだろう
serious.
ね、これは。
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
コーヒーの写真撮っとくか。誰の
Last
写
time I
真
was
撮ん
with
ね
my
ん。
brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
他に被写体ってどこにいんの？
Grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
鹿がいたらしいんやけど、どこに鹿がいんねん。
Give me a minute to check the map.
めっちゃ目疲れんのこのゲーム。マジで見てるだけで酔うかもしんない。誰撮ればいいの？あれ？お？
Or was it?
いた！
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
そう、なんかね、ホラーゲームっぽいし、ホラーゲームじゃないっぽいの。これなんかこの今写真撮ってる人の過去なんだけど、これが。
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything.
持ってないぞ。銃持ってないぞ、この女。
Be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Great shot, Don.
このおさん撮るところやばくない？
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
待って、これうちが動かしてんだけどさ。ねえ、銃あるんだけど。
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
おお。だって何の記念撮影これ。もう本当に。死ぬ瞬間を撮ってしまったのね、自分自身が。
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
イケメンやん、このおっちゃん。奥さんもいるし。へえ。このさ、秘密の通路がめっちゃあるんだよね。
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
サムが亡くなってから母さんとイーディは親しくなった。二人とも多くを失ったから。子供どんなとこに子供隠してんねん。このゲームね、歩けない、走れないの。この子ももう死んじゃったの？死ぬの早くない？
Dear Kay, do you remember the way
グレゴリーが
Gregory
よく
used to
誰もい
laugh
ないと思うと
when he
笑って
thought
た
he
の
was
を
alone?
覚えてる。おかしなことが起こってて自
Something
分だ
funny
け
was
が見え
happening,
てる
but
みたい
only
に。
he could see it.
始まるんかい、ストーリー。あ 赤ちゃんのストーリー始まった。おお、これカエル自が動かしてんやで。わけわからんやろ。グレゴリー、お風呂の時間は終わりよ。私がカエルを動かしている。オラオラオラオラオラ、かかってこいや。シャワシャワシャワナワシャワナワシャワナワシャワナワ、飛んでる飛んでる飛んでる。俺が近寄ってやる。ヌードヌード。これ何何何何。なんか踊ってる踊ってる。これうちがカエルね、うち動かしてんの。ほら邪魔してやんぞ。スピンスピンします。スピンします。ねえ、このゲーム何すりゃいいのこれ。さ、ここさ、アヒルが一匹だけ倒れてんじゃないこれ。あ、ボールかこれ。これ定位置に戻るんだよ、この。ねえ待って、ねえこれ何すればいいの。ねどねどねどねどねどねど、あーねど、なんか壊るよ。ナイスキャッチ。真ん中に入れさせて、このボール。真ん中に入れさせて、このボール。ね、ちょ、行き過ぎ行き過ぎ。違う。おいぞいぞ。いけ、ゴーゴーゴーゴー。あ、潜れた。あ、なるほどね。ジャンプできるんだけど、これ。あー、なるほど。なんかついてくるんだけど、こいつら。今度そいつに乗れと。ぽよよよ。ねえ、今度何すればいいの。見て、めっちゃついてくるから、こいつら。あなたはクソいけるんだけど。ねえ、なんかみんなついてくる。ほら見て。なんか泡だらけになってるよ。ノー、ダメ。せっかくヌードが怒ってる。待って、また動かせる。これさ、もしかしてこれで死ぬんじゃないの。やばくない？赤ちゃんだよ。この子赤ちゃんだよ。
understand about Gregory.
待って、このゲーム何のゲームなの？あかんあかん。浴槽がさ、なんか海藻だらけになってるよ。あれを抜けってことだな。オッケーオッケー。赤ちゃんだよねこれ。
I'm sure he's happy.
やばいですよね。
And he'd want me to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
あ、自分でお風呂で遊ぼうと思って自分で水ジャーって出してそのまま死んじゃったのねこの子は。なんてかわいそうな人生なんだ。でも誰かいたっぽいね。めっちゃかわいそう。ダウン。
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
はい次。
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
闇深いよ。だからこれさっきからさ、この人たちの死んだ原因になるところをさ、なんか見てんだけどさ。
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard. Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
回収回収。
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
これさ、今度はタコ打ち操作してんね、タコ。
But though he'd never met me, we don't need a stepmom or the words that I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
オラオラオラ。なんかでかいでかいでかい文字出てきた。
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle
父
finger.
さんどこ？父さん。ファッキュー。
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day.
さっきはね、猫とかも動かしたしね、サメがね、陸を歩いてたよ。回収回収。
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
なんちゅう楽しいゲームなんだこれは。
Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
ねえ、こんな嵐の中雨で遊んでてテントに倒されて死んだってこ
I
と
wish
これ。
that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea
これは
and
ユウ
foam.
動かしてないよ。おお。
But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
この人ね、ほら見て、妊娠してんの。
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
なんで屋根裏に引っ越すんだよ。もう家自体引っ越せ。
At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
30。 で今度
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
通れないんだよね。多分戻れってことでしょこれ。次どこ行けばいいんだろうね。
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
ここで合ってるんだ。また外出んのかな。これいまいちねよくわかんないの。戻らないんだ。反対側か。へえ。真っ暗で何も見えないっしょ。めっちゃもう何も見えない。走れんしさ、何したらいいんこれ。ちょっともう一回行ってみるわ。はい、赤ちゃん。ここ真ん中生きてるってことじゃないの？なんか生物されたわ。ちょっとよくわかんなくない？ここで？あ、ごめん、こんなとこにあったの。
My
道。
mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
通れないんやが。多分これ上行け
When
っ
my
てこ
dad
とでしょ。
died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a
Kakko?
while, things were good. Almost normal.
学校ってことでしょ。
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
10歳でね、お城をプレゼント。
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
血みたいだけどね、めっちゃ。
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okaeri. すげえ。この子の死因が一番よく分かんなかった。
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
ミルトンっていうこの絵だけさ、なんかさ、かわいそうじゃね？死んでるか死んでないかもわからないってことか。
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
ここの家族やべえだろ。そしてドアを封じた。なんで封じんねん。
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
ごめん、取れなかった。なんでやねん。あ、これ上もいけるんだ。これ逆にさ、
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
めっちゃさ、遅くて
After he
目が
graduated,
疲れ
he
る。
just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
こっち行けってことなんだよね、こういうのって。で、多分これ下開くんだよ。
Lewis's room smelled
やっぱシールが最後に使えなくて、そう、これめっちゃ疲れる。
that part of him lived on.
指示しようかな。フィンチ家の奥様、ルイスさんの精神科医として説明を望まれるお気持ちがわかります。薬物乱用。
Shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
おお。お手をうちが動かしてるか
He kept working at the cannery.
ら。いけ。おお、さあ、よけたよけた。
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to.
誰そいつ。できちゃう。なんこれ。彼の意識はよく。お前誰だよ。
Wander.
さまよい始めました。さばいていく。これこのまま出荷しちゃダメなの？おい。ちょっと仕事が早くなってきたよ。おい、次次。ゲームでバイト中なんだけど。おい、次。 これちなみにね、さばくときにねちょっと振動あんの。こいつまでやればいいのかな。これ時給何円ですか？うい、給料欲しいんだけど、これ今日休みなんだけど。あー、魚がピチャピチピチピチピチピチ。彼の意識はよくさまよい始めてたってさ。ちょっと待って。魚止まってく。これ魚貯めればいいの？これ魚貯めろってこと？これ魚貯めろってこと？何これ？これ腐っちゃう。これよくわかんないでしょ。全然さ、こいつの指もやるか。おうちけらよよよよよ。魚に手が勝手に行く。いつもだ。これ待って。これはさこうやってやるじゃん。だけどさ、こっちはこうやって動くんだけど。ねえ、左手でさ、右手でさ魚さばきながらさ、右手で魚をさばきながらこのキャラクター動かしてるんだけど、うち絶対ラリってんだろこいつ。鮭切れる。 RPG。 レッドカーペット歩く。ちょっと立体的になった。
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
これレッドカーペットについていけばいいってことでしょ。
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee.
一生懸命うち鮭さばきながら RPG してっから。
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged.
さっきよりか見えなくなってきたよ。
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
ここストカストカストカ。
Then he made musicians.
RPG。 よーよーよー。鮭がたまに来るよ。
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
邪魔だお前ら、邪魔だお前ら。
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
やだやだやだやだやだ、マジでラリってるよねこれ完璧。
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
これうちこれこの手も動かしてるしキャラクターも動かしてるからね。鮭ついてくる鮭ついてくる。
Even the stones under his feet.
海外の人ってやっぱラリってんじゃねえのっていうぐらいこのゲームがよくわかんないんだけど。通らせろ。
He held an election for mayor.
なんで市長選挙を行ったの？なんで当選してんのこいつ。
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became
終わ
a
った終わ
game
った。
for him.
終わってねえよ、まだ鮭いたわ。今度船動かしてるようち。
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Ah, 事故る。
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the canal.
集中してると鮭をさばく手が止まり
Even
ま
as
す。
his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing
あ、
on.
なんかいたわ誰か。なんかいるわ上。
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
どっちがいい？美しい王子のこと、黒すぎて威厳のある女王のこと、どっちがいい？やっぱうち女だからさ王子がいいわ。
beautiful prince.
やだやだ、ラリってるラリってるラリってる。
The prince was on his own quest for
はい、邪悪なヘビ王子様と言ったら
sinister serpents.
定期的に死ぬ。
He followed the sound of his silver harp.
鮭。
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
止めろ止めろ。
Even then, his logic remained sound.
鮭何も見えない中もね。鮭もはやわからんって。
He knew the world was all in his
ねえ、うち
imagination.
何のゲームしてんの今これ。ねえ、うちこれ何のゲームしてんの今。
But he was so proud of having created it.
鮭。
In his own eyes, he'd become
いっぱいい
something
るいっぱいい
greater
る
than a。king.
これちなみに左上でお母さん怒ってんだからね。集中してやってって。
For someone who'd never known
鮭
success
ち
in the real
ゃ
world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one
まあ
chopping
左
sand,
選んだから右から登
but
る
the
か。
one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
あ、鮭を切ってんの俺じゃないと思ってんの。バカでしょ。
He told me. It was hard to argue with him. 鮭工場に戻ったよ。大丈夫？これ
うち王様みたいな感じじゃなかったっけ？これ鮭の血めっちゃついてるけど大丈夫？
Began to forget the world we know.
サボタンがどんどん水に落ちてる。サボタン
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery.
臭そうっていうか衛生管理やばすぎでしょ。
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
これ自分じゃね？
I still thought I could save him.
ね、やばいでしょ、鮭。
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
もう自分がさ、第三者の目で見えちゃってさ、そうそう言ってるよね。やばいでしょ。
The palace would be packed with his companions.
アホすぎ。これさ、うち薬物の世界ってこんな感じってことでしょ？
Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising.
三毛猫モリーじゃん。モリーって死んじゃった女の子だよ。この男の子の家族だよ。ピエール滝の頭の中鮭工場から来たぜ。鮭か。さっき右から行ったから左から行くわ。うち今何のゲームしてんだっけ？首切れるくね？ね、これ首切れるくね？やばいやばいやばいやばい。ねえ、これ首切れるよ絶対。王冠かぶせられた時に首切れるよ。ねえねえ。いやー、オーマイガー。
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
そういうことか。鮭のところに頭突っ込んじゃったんか、切るところに。やばー、頭ラリりすぎでしょ。
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
現実の世界に戻ってきたけど。ディズニーがこんなゲームやっちゃあかんって。夢壊しすぎだって。王冠かぶせたら死ぬってやばいでしょ。首ちょん切りだよ。薬物じゃピエール滝にならなきゃいいんだよ。
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
お邪魔します。
I wish we'd stayed.
越さなければよかったと思う。
But I understand why we left.
なんで越さなかったのかうちには理解できないよ。
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
来るべきしてくる来た。
Come sooner.
呪われすぎだって。今度は誰のシーンを見んの？女の子っぽいけどね。
But it had to end one way or another.
みんな屋根裏好きすぎじゃない？この家族。羽ペン？ この人の話今度は。これ
That
違
whole
か
last day,
違かった。
Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go?
ウジ虫食ってるみたい。
The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
エリスってこの女の子ってことでしょ、多分。
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
この子家出たのに戻ってきちゃったんだ。
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
これさ、気象っていうかさ、津波っぽくない？
You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
なんか津波っぽそうな予感する。
I lost my way.
実際の家はあっちで、今のは想像の世界みたいな、空想の世界。
I got turned around.
振り向かされ。何も見えないんだけど、真っ白すぎて。意味わからん。
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
やばい、薬物ピエール滝だよ。薬物の時間だよ。
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
どこどこどこどこ。これか。Bitch.
When I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
これが実際の世界じゃないの？
I came back to them.
手おばあちゃんじゃん。
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine!
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
ひいおばあちゃん。
The
待って。
next morning, the van came to
Yeah.
pick her up, but she was already gone.
これ車の裏。
After that, we moved around a lot.
あぶーん、これうちが手動かしてます。これうちが手動かしてま
We
す。
both tried to make the best of it.
上下運動。
A few years went by.
これ私が動かしてます。
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
おー、びっきったね。
The rest happened pretty quickly.
これ私動かしてます。
She got better for a while.
触ってもよろしいですか？あー、触ります。
And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
あなたのこ
I'm
とを知
still
るま
not
で
sure what to tell you about all this.
誰か生きてたってこと？
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is,
これ
I
うち動
think the
かして
best
る。
we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
ん？なんか奥になんか見えるよ。あ、お腹の中にいる赤ちゃんだ。
This journal was supposed to be for you.
お腹の中に赤ちゃんがいるから、その子のために
But now I hope
って
you'll
こと
never
か。
see it.
ホラゲらしいんだけど、よくわかんないんだけど。
And tell you all these stories myself.
これ帯同でしょ、多分。
But I guess if you're reading this now,
これ赤ちゃん生まれる瞬間じゃね？おぎゃおぎゃみたいな。
this is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone.
さっき
I
のお
want
腹の
you
中
to
にいた
be
赤ちゃんでしょ。
amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
ほら。2017って最近じゃん。おんぎゃーおんぎゃー。へえ。私この家族の死んでった様を見ただけなんだけど。なんで死んでったのかみたいな感じのを見ただけなんだけど。現実にあった話ではないでしょこれ。本当にあった話だったら結構やばいよ。これなんちゅうゲームなの？すべての終わりトロフィーゲットしたんだけど、ザ・エンド。ガチであった話なの。絵がすごいリアリティあるけど、最近の絵はリアリティあるからな。これなんちゅうゲーム？ ありがとうヨハン、トロフィー獲得しました。なんかリアルっぽそうじゃない？さあこれさ、ただ死んでいくのを見ただけだったんだけど、これガチの写真なのかな？すごいリアルじゃない？本当にあった話なのかな？そんなわけないよね。これさ、一人称視点ペインティングアクションゲームらしい。違うか？これこういうゲームらしいよ。このフィンチ家のなんか死を追体験できるゲームらしいよ。どうなんだろう。でもなんか写真リアルだよね。ザ・エンド。シスやろっかな。調査ボタンちゃんとうちの配信見てね。ストーリーをリプレイするオプションが違う。最初からプレイするのでエディスを選択してください。へえ。もう一回赤ちゃんやる？もう一回赤ちゃんやろうぜ。赤ちゃんが一番有意義な死に方だった。さよなら赤ちゃん。これ子供だったんだね、お腹。
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought
Okay.
he was alone?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
funny was happening, but only
Yeah.
he could see it.
Yeah.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
私についていくアヒル。ああ。来た。
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
来た来た来た来た来た。来た来た来た来た来た来た来た。おりゃー。
his imagination.
バイも取りたい。グレゴリートロフィー獲得した。
Whatever it was he saw.
てててて。
It sure made him happy.
てててててててて。あ、ちょっと待って、きついきつい。難しいよ地味にこれ。さあ、さっきなんであんなにいけたんだろうね。あ、終わってしまった。さっきと違う。あ、来た来た来た来た来た来た。OK、わからないことがたくさんあるんだ。あ、これ水には出れなくなってる。バスルームのお時間です。この子の死を体験できます。さあ、この家を作った人も家作った人じゃない。なんであんな蛇口ひねったら出てくるのにしちゃったの。さあ、こう見るとさ、いかにどういうのが危ないのかってわかるよね。さて、指示やっていこうかしら。指示つけるから3ボタンそのままいてね。よろしく。